ant keepers, and welcome back to another episode of My Antics. Today we're going to be taking a look at a small portion of my favorite species that I have in test tubes. Some of them are darker than the night sky. Others are as colorful as the rainbow itself. And some of them look like they're ready to go to war with the world. No matter what they are, they're all amazing species in themselves, and I highly recommend them to any and all ant keepers that are up for the challenge. Without further ado, let's get into the mix. Let's start off with our Camponotus noveboracensis superstar. The last time we saw her, she had a large pile of mature cocoons, which have all hatched into workers. She now has 11 workers, and she's getting close to the point where we finally can put her in a nest. She's on a diet of a small cricket once a week, along with a drop of honey. Let's give them a drop of honey a little bit early this week, and see what they do with it. Here we have a false honeypot colony. They're between small and medium on the scale of small to big, and are fed once a week with a cricket and a dot of honey. As you've seen before, I give them a different color every week to change the color of their abdomens. The worker's abdomen can swell up almost as big as the queen's herself. I think that this is an amazing colony and definitely worth adding to your collection if you're into colorful ants. Colony in general reminds me of candy. Maybe sweet tarts. Or fruit by the foot. Whatever they remind you of, they're a beautiful species and are one of my favorites. You might have seen this coming due to last week's video, but here is my trap jaw colony with her very first worker that you saw straight out of the cocoon. Her worker is now fully mobile and able to eat. Her exoskeleton is hardened, and she is ready to help out in the colony. Trapjaw queens, in general, are semi-claustral, And even without workers, she still needs to be fed once a week. If you have a trapjaw queen at home, I would recommend giving her one large cricket leg, maybe two if she's lucky, and a small dot of honey once a week. When her brood turn into spiky pupa and larvae, remember to put something in like sand, dirt, or wood chips. Substrate is needed, for the particles helps the cocoon form. Without some kind of particles, the cocoon would have a very hard time forming and might die in the process. Here we have a Pheidole megacephala colony, also known as the big-headed ants. Pheidole mega are also known as the biggest big-headed ants in the United States. They have an incredible rapid growth rate, so their speed from egg to worker is actually very fast. Pheidole in general need a lot of protein, and unlike most other species around this size, I feed them twice a week. You can see there the very first major that came into the colony. Pheidole normally has their first majors within 10 to 40 workers, and their first super major within 100 to 300 workers. This colony specifically is fed protein twice a week and a dot of honey once. All four of these species are magnificent in their own way. Whether it's the trapjaw's jaws, or the false honeypot's ability to gorge themselves to the point of balloon-like repletes, they all have an active skill that allows them to live and gives them an advantage that others may not have. No matter what your favorite species is at home, always remember to give them different sources of protein and sugar every couple of weeks. For example, if you give your colony honey every single week, try to switch it up. Give them a small piece of apple or pear. And instead of giving them a steady supply of crickets, switch it up with a mealworm or a roach. Ants, like humans, like to have a variety of foods. I wouldn't like to eat a hot dog every day for 7 months straight. and I'm sure ants don't like it either. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and have a wonderful night. And as always, happy ant keeping.